Now, I'm sure you're wondering why I have a pineapple glued to a block of wood. Well, the termite has wants to give a gift to a friend for Christmas, and because of COVID and it's all this essential stuff only. Kind of hard to go out and buy stuff for people. So I found a outline of a pineapple. This is just a rough guide. I sized it down, glued it on. I'm gonna go change the blade in the bandsaw and see if I can figure this one out. All right, just a wee bit of a problem. Everything turned out really good, and I knew there was a knot, and I was concerned it was gonna be a problem, and it was. It kind of blew out on the bottom there. I used some CA glue to glue the knot back together. I misaligned it a little bit. I'm hoping it's going to be all right. I'll be able to sand all that out. I did make a relief cut up here so I could get it all together without a lot of tension on it. So I'm sure once I do a little bit of sanding and a little bit of careful work on that side, it'll be all right. I think it's going to be a cute little bandsaw box. Anyways, nice little Christmas gift for the termite's friend. Okay, so I got the pineapple all done up. The drawer fits in good. Lines up reasonably well. The only issue is that this knot in the bottom corner has plagued me. And it's pretty chunkering in there, but it seems pretty solid, at least solid enough for now. Another little piece popped out. The glue up on this side, not as nice as I'd like it, but again, this is a quick turnout little piece for my daughter's friends, so I'm okay with that. Anyways, I'm debating if I should stabilize in here with some epoxy mixed with sawdust, or if that's just going to get me in more trouble as I go along. I'm not 100% sure yet. The other issue is that this cedar had so many checks and cracks in it. As I was cutting out, big chunkers would fall out there, and we got lost some on here. Again, that wasn't a mistake from cutting. That was just, there was a big crack through there going up across some of that area. So I think, this being a pineapple, I'm going to use a Dremel tool. I'm going to ease in the edges, kind of like point out the leaves a little bit. And on some of them, I'm going to, gouge out the interiors and try and make it kind of look a little spiky pineapple-y. I don't know, I'm going to give a shot at that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I took the Dremel and made some little changes to all the leaves, so it kind of looks like it's all supposed to be like that, kind of like a natural spiky pineapple plant. I don't know, I think it looks better than just one being chunkered out. Anyways, I am gonna fill in that little crack there with some epoxy. If we look on the bottom here, it's not held together by a whole lot, and I don't want it chipping off, so I'm gonna squirt a little bit in there, mix it up with dust, kind of pack it in there once it started to set up. Just get a little bit more stability. The other thing I've been doing, I've had this for years, is a little plate that I made that I attached to my drill press table, and just clamp it on there, and my hose fits in it. And it's great for little Dremel stuff where you're making a lot of dust and you don't want it flying everywhere. Turn the vacuum on, it sucks it into the hose, it's all good. The other thing I tend to use it for is when I'm working with materials that I, want to sand. So when I'm sanding this little guy, it sits over top of this and it just kind of sucks everything down, gets rid of that fine dust. So when I'm sanding little bits and pieces, that seems to work well for me. Okay, so I got some epoxy mixed up. I'm just going to dribble in some sawdust off the bandsaw, mix that all in, and then carefully fill in those little areas that are not doing so well. Not sure about you guys, but do you ever go through and just find you have piles of screws and multiple containers all over the place? I'm trying to sort all this stuff out. Anyways, back to the pineapple box. So here we go. All finished up. I made a little maple handle out of a little scrap I had, made it in a pineapple shape. I think it turned out pretty darn good. I'm hoping my daughter's friend's going to like it. I did have to reinforce the bottom with some epoxy mixed with the sawdust. It's not perfect, but, you know, I'm okay with that for right now. I have to find some better ways of stabilizing knots. Otherwise, have a wonderful weekend. Take care.